like us. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yes. So now here, both of you are near completion of your graduation, and I'm sure IIT Madras must have had the best of the headhunters coming to pick the brilliant students and take them into corporate India. How did both of you decide to go against it? Were you so involved with Involve and decided that you're going to go ahead with a project which had more meaning and not take a corporate career?
Yeah, I think something similar on those lines. Like I think for me, and Samyak can talk about him as well, did not have very strong fascination for pay grade or a kind of work. Like I had did my internship with Mondelez, which is a like a parent brand for Cadbury, and the project was very nice, but I did not feel a lot connected with that. And we had a PPO from there. So there's something called pre-placement offer from companies where you intern first. So that I had, but I decided not to go ahead with that because probably I thought that let's just try it once. Even if sort of nothing comes out, we have a good experience of starting something of our own and building an organization. And a lot of people that we talked to, they told that there's a value in entrepreneurship because the kind of cross-functional skills that you get is good enough, like for people to value it. And so you can, so the thought was that if we, so for me particularly, if I, who studies in the best college in the India country, is not willing to take a risk, who else can? And that is really sort of something that I keep telling all my sort of juniors as well, whenever they're thinking about entrepreneurship. We have a brand that will allow us to get good jobs. Like you can, even if you just fail after 1 year, you can put a failed startup in your resume and they will have its own value. So it wasn't really a risk for me. I thought that it's worth doing. And that's how I chose to go ahead with it.
Okay. And Samyak, was it similar for you as well?
Yeah, I think I never thought of, I think same, I never thought of going on a high paying jobs and all of that. And I was just enjoying here. So I never thought of it as an option also. I think both of us, even before placement, we decided that, okay, there is no point of going ahead with that. And we wanted to explore this because the name we know that will always be there with us, so we can use that to our advantage. I think the 2 years of struggle in 11th and 12th has helped us on that aspect. And yeah, I think because I think that there's a lot of support also from both of our parents.
Absolutely.
Because I think my mom like told that, okay, if you want to do it, just do it. My brother was a skeptical because he's a businessman. So he wanted me to take a job or if he's like, okay, if you're doing this, if you're earning well, then it's fine. But yeah, I think my mom and dad never gave a second thought. They're like, okay, if you want to do it and if you feel connected to it, please go ahead. I don't think we have any issues. So yeah, I think their support was there. I never had a second doubt towards it. I didn't want a very high paying job. So there was no risk that I was really taking, as Divanshu was said also. I don't think it was a risk. It was I think, most favorable choice for us. I think going into corporate would have been a risk for us.
I love that. I'm going to come back to you on disruption and innovation, which go together. But more than that, I'm now curious on your social entrepreneurship journey. Both of you, any one of you can answer. When you decided to take the plunge into social entrepreneurship, and it was a kind of a big change making that you were getting into, you had already tasted a little bit of recognition, so you knew your steps were safer compared to somebody who was going to start afresh after graduation. What is it that made you gave the name Involve with something in mind, or was it very simple because it was the involvement of the seniors and the juniors and completely a project which needed each one completely in there involved?
Yeah, I think I'll take this. So it is exactly that. Like I did not have a name for this thought, the project. It goes back to the first project that we did, right? The name was there before even the project started. So I was trying to talk to everybody about what this would do, and in all the conversations I was using, I was telling that it will involve students to come together and learn from each other. So when the logo that you see, I think Samyak's like sort of thing is that logo involves logo. So that had students connecting with each other to learn. And then we say, oh yeah, like that's what students are doing. That should be the name of the organization. And I was also explaining to people, and that's how the logo also came in. So the logo and the name has remained the same since we started.